This is the Bald Knob Depot in Bald Knob, Arkansas. It was built in 1915 by the St. Louis, Iron Mountain, and Southern Railway, and it was merged into the Missouri Pacific in 1917. The first tracks were put down here around 1873 by the Cairo and Fulton Railroad. Currently, or since 1982, the Union Pacific owns the track, and it's part of the Hoxie subdivision. And that subdivision enters Arkansas from the northeast and runs southwest to Little Rock. As I understand it, it was a community project to revive the depot, and it looks like they've done a very good job. Currently, the depot houses a model train store called Arkansas Traveler Hobbies. It also houses a railroad museum. I don't have any interior shots. I was kind of pressed for time when I was up there. But the model train shop and the museum were both very impressive. The model railroad shop looks like it has probably just about everything you care to think about for model railroading. Next time I go up there, I'll try to get some interior shots because they have some really nice model railroads set up, and the museum has some very nice railroad history exhibits as well. There are two cabooses on the property. The closest in this shot is 11018, and the second one is 13675. 11018 was built in 1937, although I saw on one site where it said it was built in 1950. The type of caboose is called a centered cupola. It was removed from service on October 13, 1986 at Searcy, Arkansas. And also from what I've read, it ran on the Texas and Pacific line, which eventually became part of Missouri Pacific. Caboose 13675 was built in 1976. It was removed from service on July 25, 1989 at Sedalia, Missouri. And this caboose type is called a compact body bay window. The depot property also has this combination car, which had a seating area and a post office area. The White County Historical Society has a webpage that has an article with more of the history, and I'll put that link in the video description. But essentially it was built in 1894 by the St. Charles Car Company in St. Charles, Missouri. It was owned by Mopac, who sold it to the Missouri and North Arkansas in 1929, and it was in service until 1945. The car sat unused for several years. A gentleman by the name of Craig Christensen and the White County Historical Society kept it from being scrapped, and it was relocated to the depot, and restoration efforts are in the works from what I understand. Craig Christensen, incidentally, is the owner of the model railroad shop in the depot. This is an interesting structure located across the street from the depot. It's called a temporary depot. As the good folks at the hobby shop explained, When a location needed a depot while a permanent depot was being rebuilt, perhaps because of a fire or something, or being constructed new, these temporary depots could be put on a flat car and transported to the location and be put in service fairly quickly. As I understand it, the depot was pretty much pre-constructed except for the roof, and those materials were transported inside the building, and the roof would be completed at the final destination. As I understand it, this particular depot was used at Russell, Arkansas, which is located just north of Bald Knob.